So, you're wondering how to go about this nature journaling business. Well, the first thing you need to do is to make an observation. So, let's get outside and do that. Let's take a trip to Atwood. What is all this business about observation? Observation is the act of attentively noticing. Although this can be accidental, in science, it is done intentionally. So we engage in observation when we intentionally notice the color of a fox, or the song of a bird, or the scent of a flower. Perception can also be an observation. For example, today I can perceive that it's hot outside. Very hot. And let's go see what we can find. I noticed right away that there are a lot of leaves falling as I'm walking. It's also very warm and very bright. I see a patch of yellow flowers down here. All sorts of insects enjoying the pollen. There's a bee right there gathering some pollen. Looks to be a honeybee. Oh, and over here we have another pollen gatherer. A couple of them. That looks like a thread-waisted wasp of some sort. And on top of that flower too, you see a sweat bee. There's another bee right there. Ooh, there he goes. Not too interested in me, but very interested in gathering that pollen. Lots of bees. Another little bee too. Here's a green one, a green bee. I don't know if he's going to stay still long enough for me to take a picture. Nope. Different bee. Oh. A bumble. There's a bumblebee. Wow, lots of bumblebees. All sorts of insects flying all over these flowers. Cabbage butterfly. And I don't know if you can hear the birds that are around. Chip, 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 chip. You know, that's an observation too, when you intentionally pay attention to sound. That's an observation. Let's get a closer look. Notice how the center of the flower is made up of lots of little florets, it looks like. Maybe we can get a petal count. And this one here looks like it's missing a petal. So it looks like it would have had 8 petals on that one. Oh, that breeze feels good on a hot day like today. Let's take a walk a little further down and see what else we can find. Such a beautiful day. Warm, but beautiful. Ooh, just heard a blue jay. Got some interesting little flowers over here, little white ones. They don't seem to be attracting as many bees as the yellow ones that we saw over there. But let's take a little closer look here. Very small flowers. Much smaller than those other ones we were looking at. Yeah. Pretty. And over here, we have a little spider. I don't know if my camera's going to pick up the spider or not. But there's a spider right there. Ooh, climbing up now. Yep, there he is. You see him crawling in there? There he is. Kind of cool. Ooh, there he goes. Ah, that was cool. You know, I parked right over there. I'm a couple 100 feet away from my car, and we've already seen wasps and bees gathering pollen. We've seen a spider, cabbage butterflies, all sorts of neat things. I didn't have to travel very far. Well, here's something interesting. Among these sticks here, what do you think this is? That's cool. Give you a hint. Something was living in that not too long ago. Okay, let's see what else we can find. Only a few minutes here and we've already seen lots of neat stuff. Oh man, those flowers down at the bottom of the hill here, they're the same type as we saw up at the top, but they're a lot taller. See if we can do some measurement when we get down here. This has got to be one of my favorite places down this hill. It's usually pretty quiet. You can hear 11th Street a little bit off, but it's usually pretty quiet. Those flowers are taller than me and have just as many bees and insects as the ones up top did. Different bee. Oh. Let's see, extend this. Let's see how tall those flowers are. There's me. Look how much taller than me those flowers are. I'm 6 foot tall and those flowers are a good foot, maybe 2 feet taller than me. Pretty neat. Yep. And that is cool. That is a neat bee. Never really seen that before. Might be a fly. Let's take a look. Look at him. That there. There he is. That is an interesting bee. Very interesting. Wow, neat. Let's continue down the path a little bit, huh? Listen, you can hear all the birds. Hear a chickadee. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Chickadee, chickadee, dee, dee. Getting close to the river. And there's the Kish. Always neat stuff down here. Oh, what'd you find there? Oh, a crawdad. Oop.
Can I be on land?
Look at that. Somebody's racing back to the water right there. There's the river, just a couple feet away from him. I think he'll make it. Maybe we'll help him out a little bit. Ah, look at him. I'm gonna put this guy closer to the water.
Is he dying? Put him in.
There we go.
Does he like it there? Let me hold him. Look, there. Mother!
Yeah,
Put it in the bucket.
he's happiest right there.
How many do you have? 16. Having that one.
Something else that's pretty common to the Kishwaukee. You see it? Right in there. That is a mussel. Lots of different types of mussels here in the Kishwaukee. Kind of neat. When you put them back in the water, if you're not looking too carefully, he looks just like a stone. He's even got some moss growing on the side of him. Pretty nifty. And here's another guy, another mussel. And if you see, he's actually got his mouth open and his foot is sticking out of there. The mussel part of the, that's where the white part is. Sticking right out there. There he is, going right back in. He doesn't want me to find him. He's closing right up. See? He's saying, goodbye, Mr. Miller. Bye-bye, Mr. Miller. Look what's inside of this guy here. You see it? There's a fish inside of the clamshell. Let's let the fish go. Looks like a bass. Looks like a little smallmouth bass. There he goes. Well, that's been about a half an hour. Lots of neat stuff. Let's head back. Well, that was fun. I'm glad to be getting back into some air conditioning. Let's head back and do some identification.